Well, here we go. This weekend, the lads take on Oxford down at the Kassem Stadium. Yes, and I thought before I get started, I'll have a little sneaky one. It's been a hard day. Refresh the parts. Other beers cannot reach. Thatcher's cider. Pardon me. Pardon me. Yes, so Sunderland go all the way down to Oxford to the Kassam Stadium to play Oxford. We drew ones apiece at home, which was very disappointing at the time. But 3 points against Oxford down at the Kassam Stadium will be absolutely fantastic this weekend, as we have a fantastic squad to choose from. But it won't be easy. It won't be easy at all. Oxford are in fine form at this moment in time. Absolutely great form. They're on a good run of form, in fact. They drew with Burton, nils apiece last time out. They drew with Barnsley, 2s apiece at home when they were 2-0 up, and Barnsley scored twice in the last 20 minutes. They beat Portsmouth at home 2-1, and they drew away to Cheltenham 1 apiece and drew away to Fleetwood 2 each. So we're talking that Oxford have played the last 5 matches are unbeaten. They've won once and drawn 4 times in the last 5 matches. So Oxford are in a good vein of form at this moment in time. Yes, good vein of form. Good vein of form at this moment in time. What is going on, shall I say? Well, the Kassam Stadium can only hold 12,500 fans, the capacity, but this weekend's going to be their biggest crowd of the season. They're expecting over 10,000 fans down at Oxford for the home match against Sunderland. We all know who's joined Oxford in the last transfer window, don't we? Jerome Sinclair. We all know about Sinclair. He missed some good chances for Sunderland, didn't take his chances for Sunderland. He had really a poor loan spell at Sunderland. When he was here, I wished him all the best. I wish he would score a hatful of goals, but it didn't work out. So he went back to Watford, and now Oxford have him on loan to the end of the season. Now we know history tells us, like I mentioned before, that players who have just left Sunderland and joined another club, and when we play that club straight away, they always tend to come back and bite us on the arse. So hopefully Sinclair won't, and he won't score against Sunderland this weekend. We'll keep Sinclair at bay, touch wood. Oxford's manager's Carl Robinson. Yes, Carl Robinson. And also in the squad they have Jamie Mackey. I was watching Jamie Mackey when we were playing them at home, and some of the fans were giving him some stick, and he was giving good banter back, man. Jamie Mackey was good crack. He was giving some good banter back, giving it all this to Sunderland fans. But the Sunderland fans give him some stick first, man. So hopefully he'll have nothing to laugh about this weekend. I predict I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Sunderland. I'll give you my team news in a minute, what I think, but a 3-1 victory to Sunderland. I'm going to go for a McGeady first goal. That's what I'm going to go for. McGeady first goal, 3-1 for Sunderland. So like I said before, Oxford were in the bottom 4. They've had a good run of form, 5 matches unbeaten in the league, and now they're up to 16th place. 16th place. They have some celebrity fans at Oxford, man. They've got Mallet. They've got Richard Branson, the Virgin. Yes. Imagine if he took over at Oxford. He bought Oxford. Richard Branson is absolutely loaded. He could turn Oxford into a decent side if he ploughed some money into it, but Richard Branson doesn't want to buy Oxford. He's a big fan, doesn't want to buy Oxford. Tim Henman's an Oxford fan. Jim Rosenthal? Yes, Jim Rosenthal, the TV sports presenter. His son is in one of my favourite shows, Friday Night Dinner. Absolutely fantastic. Yes, Jim Rosenthal's son is not into sports. I don't know anyway. But he's on TV. He's absolutely class in Friday Night Dinner. A nice bit of squirrel there, Jackie. Oxford player to watch out for this weekend is the striker, James Henry. He's played 69 appearances. Pardon me. 69 appearances for Oxford, scored 20 goals, but this season he scored 12 goals and 4 assists. 29-year-old is on great form for Oxford United, and he will be one that we need to keep at bay and keep quiet this weekend if we want to beat Oxford. And also Jamie Mackey, again, but like I said, James Henry played for Wolverhampton Wanderers He had a good spell there. He had 90 odd matches and scored 18 goals. But Jamie Mackie is also dangerous. He had a couple of times he was a QPR. He's 33-year-old now. He's getting a bit long in the tooth. Probably the same age as Grant Ledbetter. But Grant Ledbetter to me is a much better player. So they're the two players, the danger men, Mackie and Henry for me. If we keep those quiet, and Sinclair, hopefully we'll beat Oxford. I mean, I'd love to be a 3-0 victory, but history tells me we'll let a goal in every now and again, so I'm going to go for 3-1 victory. Yes, other famous Oxford fans. We all know these two really well. Stuart Donald, Charlie Metfin, massive Oxford fans, supported Oxford all their lives, used to go to all the home matches. Charlie Metfin once said his ideal weekend would be a Friday night out at the local pub, Saturday going for a long run, then taking his family, his kids to see Oxford at the Casam Stadium win at home, and then on a Sunday a nice round of golf with a long lunch. That's Charlie's ideal weekend. Hopefully it'll be a shite weekend this weekend because Oxford won't win. But Charlie, you'll be supporting Sunderland, won't you, Charles? You'll be supporting Sunderland this weekend. And Stuart Donald, a massive Oxford fan, all of his life. I mean, imagine you, Sunderland fans out there, support Sunderland the whole of your life. But then you win some money, and someone said there's a great deal coming on. You can go and buy, say for example, you can go and buy, let's have it, Brentford. For whatever reason, you travel all the way down to London, you buy Brentford, you get your money involved in that. So you're following Brentford all over you go, and then to come to play Sunderland. Imagine how you're torn, the love of your life versus the money. So Stuart Donald, obviously he's a massive Oxford fan. He wants Oxford to stay in League One. But obviously he wants Sunderland to win. And so does Charlie. I spoke to Charlie before the home match against Oxford briefly, and he wanted Sunderland to beat Oxford, so he said. I'm sure they're going to have a nice big slab-up meal, VIP style, down at Oxford, and hopefully watch Oxford get beat. Will they be crying and be happy? Will the heart be really sad? But the mind will be going, yes, get in. Cha-ching! But the heart will be like, oh no, me Oxford's getting beat. Oh no, me Oxford's getting beat. But Stuart Donald and Charlie Metfin will be over the moon because they both love Sunderland now. Cost the Sunderland till I die, or Sunderland till they sell the club. But at this moment in time, they're massive Sunderland fans. They want the lads to win. They want Sunderland to go down there. And did Stuart Donald actually buy a share in Oxford? Did he buy a 10% share in Oxford? Or was he almost going to buy a 10% share in Oxford and he went for Eastleigh instead? I'm not quite sure. But he almost had shares in Oxford, or he did, and then he sold them. But now obviously he owns Sunderland, so he wants Sunderland to beat Oxford. He surely wants Sunderland to beat Oxford. But there'll be a little bit of him somewhere thinking, oh, I used to love coming here years ago. Yeah, sometimes I talk complete bollocks, but never mind. My mouth overruns my brain sometimes. But this weekend's team news, what should we go for? To be honest, I want to see Baldwin back in the side. I want to see Flanagan and Baldwin central defence. You know, Dunn didn't have a bad game. He didn't have a bad game against Wimbledon. He was quite good. But I think, personally, Baldwin I watched Dunn pass the ball out of defence, and he hoofed it a few times, and he lost the ball a few times, and he had a better second half than first half. I mean, he's built like a brick shithouse. He's 6 foot, I don't know. He's tall. He's 6'5" or something. I don't know. He's massive in defence. But I think Baldwin passes the ball out of defence better at this moment in time. I'd play Baldwin away, and maybe I don't know what's in his contract. We have to play Dunn. Is the contract say we have to play Dunn? Because we've got him on loan. He must be playing if he's fit and playing well. He's got to be in the side. I don't know what these contracts on loans are all about. I mean, is it Burnley he's from? So he's from a Premier League side, come out in League One. The Premier League side, yes, you can have our player, but he has to have game time. That's the whole point of us loaning him out to you down in League One, is so you give him game time. So is Jack's hands tied? I don't know. But anyway, if it was my choice, I'd have Baldwin and I'd have Flanagan, I'd have James and Hume when he's back fit. You know, those two, for me, Hume's got more potential, but I still like James. James does a good job, you know. But on the right-hand side, I like Matthews. I want a proper right-back at right-back, even though 09 is fantastic. Keep Matthews for me at right-back. Centre midfield, this is where I like to see Cattermole and Ledbetter in the centre of midfield. Cattermole could do that it's great because Cantermore used to be like a holding midfielder. He'd put the tackles in. He'd stop the balls coming through. It hard as fucking nails. And it seems to be like a little bit different this season. I've seen some really good balls being passed around the park by Cantermore. I mean, not all the time, but yeah, some really good passing. But will he be doing more of a hard tackling, holding midfield player and let Leadbitter go forward? But for me, I'd have Cantermore, Leadbitter. And I'm talking shite, just tell us, but that's what I would do. And I'd also have Leadbitter taking the corners. Leadbitter used to take the corners from Middlesbrough. I mean, McGeady kind of get the ball over the first man, kind of get the ball in the box. He's a fantastic player on going down the wing, cussing the ball over, scores fantastic goals, there's no doubt. But for me, corners, I'd give the corners to somebody else. Give him the Leadbitter for me. Or even that Morgan if he's playing. But like someone said, for me, McGeady hasn't got the strength. Flicks the ball, hasn't got the strength to get over the first man. And if you got someone like Dunn and Flanagan in the box, you want the balls to be coming in and putting there. If Grigg's back in, if Grigg's in the side this weekend, you want the balls coming over the first man or someone flicking it on to someone like Grigg who can just knock it in the back of the net. Simple as. But yeah, I'd have Cantermore, Leadbitter, and then it gets a bit complicated. Now, what do we do? Do we keep Charlie Wyke up front and we have somebody with him, like a Quinn and Phillips type style football? So do we have Wyke with Sterling or Wyke with Griggs? Grigg going to come in after this match. If he's fit, if he's fully fit and raring to go, and his mind is ready to go, we should start him. But if he's not fully fit and he needs a bit of game time on the bench, and start Sterling with Wyke, or maybe we have what Jack Ross has been doing, just one up front. But I don't think Wyke is good on his own. So do you put Sterling up front by himself, a young lad like that, 20-year-old? A lot of pressure on a young lad. But I hope Grigg's fit. Because Grigg said he doesn't mind playing the system Jack Ross plays. He doesn't mind being a lone striker. He can do that. So he's confident he can do that. He's been promoted 4 times out of League One. 4 times. He knows the score. He knows the business. He's on fire in League One. Will Grigg is a perfect match for Sunderland in League One. Absolutely perfect. He's done it there. He's done it before. He's been there 4 times and been promoted 4 times. Who else can say that? Absolutely fantastic. Grigg still believes that he can hack it in the Championship. He still believes he's good enough for the Championship. He just thinks that this year hasn't gone to plan yet. A couple of knocks, a couple of injuries, and Wigan haven't given the time. So I wish Will Grigg all the best. And if he's fit, he starts for me. You've got to have McGeady. Cantermore, McGeady. You've got to have Leadbitter. You've got to have Grigg up front. Now, do you play 3 midfielders with 1 striker, or do you play a 4-4-2? Or is it 4-5-1 with 1 midfielder further forward, like Honeyman? These are the questions. I'm not a master class of tactician of football, so I'm leaving this down to the manager. So if it's 4-4-2, I'd go McGeady, Gooch if he's fit. If not, then Morgan, Leadbitter, Cantermore, Wyke and Grigg, or Wyke and Sinclair. Otherwise, it's got to be 4-5-1 with 1 midfielder further forward, like Honeyman. So Leadbitter, Cantermore, Honeyman further forward, Morgan, McGeady. And then again, if Grigg's fit, or Sterling, because I don't think Wyke can do a job on his own. Possibly Wyke could come off the bench in the second half. It all depends on how fit Grigg is for me. If Grigg's fit, he starts. Simple as. If he's raring to go 100%, he has to be 100%. There's no point playing a bloke who is not 100% and he gets injured again, because we can't afford Grigg to get injured. So he only plays if he's 100% fit. If any of that makes any sense, leave a comment down below. And again, we're going now for the table. The table is a new leader in the table this season. Somebody else. There was 3 people had 1-0. Prediction for Wimbledon. And top of the table now is. I should have this already and present because incorrect. Top of the table now is Lennon Keegan with 7 points. Well done, young lad. Gone to the top of the table, and the 2 of the people at the bottom there who got 5 points. 2 new starters, 3 Style, and then someone Baru, 5 points. And that's how the table stands. The table hasn't moved at all, apart from a new leader. Lennon Keegan, well done. At this moment in time, you have the sports noggin. You have what it takes to think out the game plan, to think what the score's going to be. So come on, get the correct scores down in the link. Get the correct score down in a comment down below. Tell me what you think the score is going to be this weekend. I'm going 3-1 to Sunderland. Will Grigg hat-trick? I'm only kidding, but I wish he would score hat-trick, then he would be fucking on fire, and the fans will be going, Will Grigg's on fire, your defence is petrified. But hopefully, anyway, I did say earlier that McGeady would score the first goal, so I'm going 3-1 Sunderland. McGeady, first goal scorer. Put your comments down below, leave your scores down below, give us your first goal score for 2 points. Anyway, let's hope we can get a 3-1 victory this weekend against Oxford. Let's hope we come back with those 3 points. We vitally need 3 points this weekend. It's really important to keep this momentum going. We've got a great squad now. Got some great additions into the team now. Hopefully, we've had an extra week to blend together, to learn each other's football. And we can play better as a team and hopefully start scoring a few goals. We need to start getting some victories away from home as well as at home and start putting a good run together now. It's time now. It was almost, I think it was just a few weeks ago when we were back in the 80s when we were down in League 1, League 2 in the old League, the old League 2. We put a massive run together that eventually saw us win the league. Now it's time we start putting a run together now. Jack Ross, you've got some fantastic players in your squad. It's down to you, Jack Ross, now to tell them how important it is that we start winning these matches. The away fans are fantastic. Another massive crowd going down to Oxford. Brilliant away support like usual. And let's hope they can come back with 3 points. We need to get 3 points this weekend. It's really important to get 3 points. Keep that momentum going. Portsmouth are not playing at all well lately. Barnsley are only 3 points above us, but we've got 2 games in hand. And Luton at this moment in time are the only side I think have played the top 6 teams home and away. So they've got the easiest run in. But let's not worry about other teams. Let's concentrate on us getting 3 points this weekend. It is really important to come away from Oxford this weekend with 3 points. Hopefully them players on the pitch and Jack Ross will come away with 3 points this weekend. And Charlie and Stuart will be crying because the old team got beat, will be over the moon because the new teams won. And the travelling away fans will be cock-a-hoop with a victory and hopefully singing Will Grigg's on fire. Leave your comments down below. Get your score predictions down there. Let's see who's the greatest sports noggin, and I'll catch you at the weekend. See you later.